Sirach 7:15. Hate not laborious work, neither husbandry, which the Most High hath ordained.
Neither hate husbandry. We'll speak on that real quick. Neither hate husbandry. Israel is married to Yahweh, but what did Israel want to do? Be a whore. She didn't like the way that her husband was acting with her. She wanted to leave. She wanted to do whatever she wanted. She wanted to find a different husband. That's what y'all 2/3 did. You don't like the way that the Most High has things set up, so you wanted to get yourself another man. Look at the way he treats you. Look at the way Esau treats you. He lies to you to kill you. Because he don't want, really, deep down, he hates you. Yeah, okay, that's right. What was the first one? I'm trying to remember the scripture.
Husbandry means the care, cultivation, and breeding of crops and animals. So when it says, "Hey, not laborious work," and husbandry, because to be partake in husbandry is doing like agricultural work, crops, cotton, things of that sort. So you gotta till, you gotta do all that type of stuff. Your animals, your farm animals, you're not supposed to hate that, because I remember when I was young, I used to hear roosters and stuff, crowing and everything, crocking, whatever you call it, cocking, crowing, whatever you want to call it, and boom, that was like an alarm. We all knew it was already time to get up, so we would wake up, and what do? We had to get up and start ready cleaning. Go out there, feed the fucking the chickens, and watering the trees and raking up leaves and spraying down the dirt with water. And that's what the Lord said. He said, "Hey, not laborious work or husbandry, for the Most High hath ordained it." And that's what these 2/3, they hate that, because again, the 2/3 are like they're like sluggards. They didn't want to go out there and work. They don't want to go out there and do the high holy days of the scriptures. All right, they don't want to do what the law says for them to do. You see what I'm saying? So that's what that's talking about, man. Brothers can get deeper with it, but above the surface, you know what I'm saying? I mean, that's basically what it is. It's like some brothers or some guys that come in the truth, they can't stand up on their 2 feet for more than 30 minutes or an hour, and they start hurting. Hey, but like I was saying, the more you fight it, you can stand on your feet straight up for 3-4 hours, and if you surpass that, you can stand up for 10 hours straight and not even be hurt, because you keep surpassing those levels of pain, which makes you stronger. Yeah, but basically, it says the English. Says the Middle English from husband in the obsolete sense, farmer, compared with husbandman, because a husband, he does protect, he does guide and everything like that, his household, his home, he nourishes up, he builds up a hedge and everything like that for his house and everything. But basically, you know what I'm saying, I mean, even at that, but this is the most important work that needs to be done, is right here. Anything else after that is second, second to none. This is the first thing that comes. Yeah, I'll find it, but John 6 and 23 to 27.
John?
We'll start at John 4 and 31. John 4 and 31.
This is John chapter 4, verse 31. In the meanwhile, his disciples prayed him, saying, Master, eat. But he said unto them, I have meat to eat that ye know not of. Therefore said the disciples one to another, and any man brought him aught to eat. Yahushua said unto them, my meat is to do the will of him that sent me, and to finish his work.
Yes, so he wasn't talking about actual meat that came from an animal. some flesh. It was symbolic to doing the will of the Lord, spiritual things. Read it again.
He said, Yahushua said unto them, my meat is to do the will of him that has sent me. My meat is to do the will of him that sent me.
That sent him. Alright? So if Yahushua calls you to do laborer's work, guess what? You gotta do it. You're not exempt from it. Because like there's you know, like I was saying, every brother has like a lot. Some just hold up signs, but even that, your arms will get tired. You see what I'm saying? But you gotta, the more you do it, you stay faithful, the more the Most High will allow you to get strength, and you'll be able to do it all day. Like nothing. With power, you can be like this, shaking it, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it may be. I'm just saying.
My meat is to do the will of him that sent me and to finish his work. Say not ye, there are yet 4 months and they come a harvest.
Yeah, don't be worried about, oh, well, that's how you set yourself up for failure. There's guys out there, like at my job, like, oh man, you know, it's almost time for income tax, whatever. I mean, it's just, when you get it, you're just gonna blow it away, and then you're gonna be back in the same situation you were within a month or two, needing more money, you know, or read it again. Basically saying like, oh, we got 4 more months to harvest.
Say not ye, there are yet 4 months and they come a harvest. Behold, I say unto you, lift up your eyes and look on the fields, for they are white already to harvest.
Because the work needs to be done now. The work is there out there that needs to be done now. You know, go out there and start doing work. Don't quit. Don't just wait till harvest time. You know, go out there and start doing things. You know, cleaning up, whatever the case may be. You know, every brother has his own different lot. You know, talking about today, this is we're in the end of the world, man. We're at the end of Esau's rulership. So there's a lot of work that needs to be done. That's why, you know, the elders say we gotta flood the internet with this truth, because Esau's flooded his lies on the earth. So we gotta counterattack. Send them with the flood. You know, it's like fire and water going at it. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta keep doing that work. You know, can't be all just wanting to chill and kick back and you know, be in a comfortable state with your fucking feet kicked up. You know, like thinking everything's all good. You know, you gotta continuously labor. You know.
Y'all want that right now? See, they're elect. They're working now so they can rest later. You 2/3 are rested now, but you're hoping that there's gonna be something to happen to y'all's life so y'all can still continue to rest. Y'all don't want to work. You know, y'all want to be able to rest, or y'all always want to just sit back. You got some of these people, man, that they purposely will try to hurt themselves. They get workman's comp or they get disability. You know,
You're constantly making excuses.
Yeah.
Constantly making excuses. What happens? You get fired. A light will be beamed on you to where you basically they're watching you, and that's what happens, man. That's why you have to work. You go out every Saturday. You go out every Saturday. The time, unless things change, the head count will let you know, whatever the case may be. Then that's when the things will be distributed. But that's the way. That's part of that order. Like guys in the world, they know they have to work Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, whatever the case may be, their hours. So you already prepare yourself that you have to work them 5 days. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Why are you gonna be making an excuse just to show up to work? You know? And that's where a lot of guys get, you know, kicked out or fired or whatever the case may be. Because there's work that needs to be done. You know?
It says that he that reapeth receiveth wages and gathereth fruit unto life eternal.
Yeah, you receive wages, man. Yahushua is going to reward you. You know? Go ahead.
That both he that soweth and he that reapeth may rejoice together.
Yes, and going with that parable in Matthew 25 with the workers, the laborers. Go ahead and get it. Matthew 20. After that, is that it on there?
A little bit more.
Go ahead.
It says, and herein is that saying true, one soweth and another reapeth. I sent you to reap that whereon ye bestowed no labor. Other men labor, and ye are entered into their labors.
Yeah. And that's what's going on, man. Like younger brothers are coming in, they're jumping on board and they're doing the work. You know?
Is it that one with the
Yeah.
virgins?
Huh?
Is it the one with virgins? That you're thinking about? Or about the 25 you said?
The one with a penny.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's 12.
Okay.
12. Right here. 20. Matthew 20 and start at 21. It says, for the kingdom of heaven is like unto a man that is an householder, which went out early in the morning to hire laborers into his vineyard.
Yeah, to hire laborers, man. Like workers that get their hands dirty, that work facing the elements, cold, heat. And that's what us brothers do when we come out here. You know? We're being faced with the elements. You know, different spirits of people. You know?
And when he had agreed with the laborers for a penny a day, he sent them into his vineyard.
So they made an agreement for what they were going to be rewarded with was a penny a day. All right, when they accomplished their work each day. Go ahead.
And he went out about the third hour and saw others standing idle in the marketplace.
Idle. When you look up that word idle, it's talking about being at a stagnant state, like indolent. You're just at ease. You don't. I mean, it's not even just like when I'm displaying my figure. It's mentally. You're not ready. You're not there. You're not in the spirit. All right. You're not doing what's asked of you. All right. In on the highways or out in and out of the highways and byways. All right. Go ahead.
And he saw others standing idle in the marketplace.
Oh, they ain't doing nothing. You know? They weren't giving their 100%.
And said unto them, go you also into the vineyard, and whatsoever is right I will give you.
And that vineyard is part of that husbandry. You know, saying you're putting in work, you're trying to clean up. You know, you're planting. Other brothers are watering. Yahweh brings the increase. Right? So,
and whatsoever is right I will give you, and they went their way. Again he went out about the 6th and 9th hour, and did likewise. And about the 11th hour he went out and found others standing idle, and said unto them, why stand ye here all the day idle? They say unto him, because no man hath hired us.
right, and that's what us brothers are doing. We're trying to hire you, not for tangible things, but spiritual, because that's what these 2/3, these church goers do. These harlot houses, they hire for money. They prophesy for a reward. We don't. We freely give. All right, buy not the truth. You know what I'm saying? So, go ahead.
He said unto them, go you also into the vineyard, and whatsoever is right, that shall you receive.
And that's what we're doing. We're trying to stir up you people that are at ease here. Get up and get out of that state of slumber. All right, because that state of slumber is going to get you killed. All right, if you're not being proactive, you're going to be deactivated. All right, you're going to be shut down. Ultimately, you're going to be put to rest. You're going to be part of the dirt, man. What was that?
Decommissioned. It said, so when even was come, or no, it said, verse 7, they said to him, because no man hath hired us, he said unto them, go you also into the vineyard, and whatsoever is right, that shall you receive. So when even was come, the Lord of the vineyard said unto his steward, call the laborers and give them their hire, beginning from the last unto the first. And when they came that were hired about the 11th hour, they received every man a penny. But when the first came, they supposed that they should receive more. And they likewise received every man a penny. And And when they had received it, they murmured against the good men of the house, saying, These last have wrought but 1 hour, and thou hast made them equal unto us, which have borne the burden and heat of the day.
That have borne the burden of the heat of the day. Alright? But because a brother comes in at the last minute, he still gave it his all. That's fine with me. But if somebody's out there just fucking half-assing, dragging their feet, doing things that are not right according to the scriptures, to the brotherhood and everything like that, then that's where it becomes a problem. But that's not going to be a problem with the Lord. The Lord is sifting. The Lord will sift you out quick, and if not, sooner or later. And that's what happens. But those men, they were like, it's basically giving us understanding how that we can't be, jealous or envying one another and just be like, you know what, we're all doing the work. You know what I'm saying? That for one cause. And we all agreed, or in the parable, they agreed for a penny. For the reward was going to be a penny. They're higher.
It said that and thou hast made them equal unto us, which have borne the burden and heat of the day. And he answered one of them and said, Friend, I do thee no wrong. Didst thou not agree with me for a penny? Take that thine is and go thy way.
And like the elders, they ain't going to be doing that. They ain't going to say, oh, well, that brother that came in at the very last minute, he's going to get the same reward as me, as us that have been laboring 25 plus years. No. Because we all, he's part of the elect, and the elect is what matters to us. Those are the ones that we want by our side, not no 2/3. We don't want to be friends of the world. I know I don't. I know the brothers, other brothers, many brothers, all brothers should feel the same way and know that we're that same way. We're fishing for the elect, and that's who we need by our side in order to get out of this place, Lord will, if we are the elect.
It says, didst thou not agree with me for a penny? Take that thine is and go thy way. I will give unto this last, even as unto thee. Is it not lawful for me to do what I will with mine own?
He can do whatever he wants with his own, man. Who are you to instruct the Lord? You know? Has anybody ever instructed the Lord? No. There ain't no God above him. Above Yahweh. Alright? Did he not make Yahweh Shai co-heir to him? Did he not make is he not making the elect, the nation of Israel, the elect of Israel, co-joint heirs to Yahweh Shai? Go ahead.
It says, is it not lawful for me to do what I will with mine own? Is thine eye evil because I am good?
Right. See, it says, "Is thine evil? Is thine eye evil because what?
I am good.
Because he is good. You know. We made an agreement, so we have to fulfill that vow, that agreement. Whatever you labor, that's what the Lord proved you to do, not the next man. All right.
So the last shall be first, and the first last. For many be called, but few chosen.
Many called, but few chosen, man. And that's what all of us on the highways and the byways are striving for, is to be part of that number, Lord will.
Philippians 2:12. Wherefore, my beloved, as you have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence.
Yep, and that's another thing. That's another thing that brothers have to apply to their daily life outside of camp, because a brother's not there to watch or instruct you on your daily life or how you should live or whatever it is that the case may be. You know, that's why the Lord has given us the scriptures, and every brother has his own sword. So he has, and any time, any day or night, any hour of the night, any hour of the day, he can go to it and find out, okay, what do I got to do in this situation? Examining yourself, not only just in our presence, not only just in the elders' presence, even to the least, to the greatest, you have to be that same. Don't be a dissimulator. That's what they call it. Yeah, a dissimulator. A dissimulator is somebody who
breaks things up, I guess.
a dissimulation is somebody that makes themselves appear makes themselves to be something that they're not.
Or I think of Discord.
Speak a little bit. I'll read it.
Well, I mean, it says, "Work out your own salvation with fear and trembling, for it is the Most High which worketh in you both to will and to do his good pleasure. Do all things without murmurings and disputings." Don't be murmuring about what you're going to get or what you don't get in the kingdom. You know, don't be worried about someone else's lot. Like the brother said, because something, it's just like with your sufferings or your afflictions. Not every brother, a brother could feel a certain way about something, and it may not be particularly a struggle for you, but you can be going through, but he feels real, heavy about it. You can have a brother over here who's going through something small, but it be incredibly heavy to him, and y'all both feel the exact same way about those certain situations. But you can't be acting like that, man, because y'all can both be feeling the same. Y'all can both be feeling the same way about certain different things that aren't struggles to either one of y'all, but y'all both feel the same way about it. But not everybody has the same lot. I don't struggle. There may be things I don't have much time to struggle with that this brother may struggle with, or he may struggle with something that I may struggle with something that he may not struggle with. So we gotta consider that. That's why the scriptures say, "Bear you one another's burden," but take heed, lest thou also be tempted, because we gotta make sure that when we're coming into what we're trying to help them out with, we don't also be tempted with, and then become a struggle, and then you find out you did have a struggle with it.
The word dissimulation, like I was saying, is just to put on a facade, but you're really not. It says concealment of one's thoughts, feelings, or character, pretense, an attempt at dissimulation, deceit, dishonesty, duplicity, lying, guile, feigning, faking, bluff, or hypocrisy. He was capable of great dissimulation and hypocrisy. So that's what that word dissimulation means. What scripture were you reading that made me bring that up?
Philippians 2 and 12. Wherefore, my beloved, as you have always obeyed, not as in my presence only.
Yeah, not only in his presence. You gotta be that way in and out of the presence of the brotherhood or the elders, and because every brother has their own struggles, but we all go through them. We all have the same afflictions. And what does it say there? Peter's
chapter 2. Yeah, Peter's chapter 2, where it says,
I got it right here. 2 Peter 5 and 9. It says, whom resist steadfast in the faith, knowing that the same afflictions are accomplished in your brethren that are in the world. We all go through the same things. At the end, can't quit. And again, you gotta whatever it is whatever that may be, but basically like an interference of the spirit. You got to get it out, get rid of it. All right, whether you're right or wrong, because you know what I'm saying. There's order, and That's the way things are supposed to be. Right? There's none of this bucking up. Like, again, that was another issue that was going on over there. And that Chicago camp, I heard there was a bunch of people bucking up. You know what I'm saying? And that's a characteristic of rebellion. So I don't know if you got anything else.
Well, I'll just send you a quick scripture that I don't know if I can find it right now, but it's basically saying don't let anything be done through strife and vainglory. Man, don't act like a jailbird, man. That shit was in the world, man. That's how the two words that. Don't act like that with your brother, man. You don't ever try to fight your brother, man. That shit makes me mad, man. You don't ever do that shit, brother, man. You talk it out. You're a real man. You talk it out. If you fight like that quick, it's because you're just effeminate about it. Your brothers, all us brothers care for each other, man. Like the one where Paul said, though I'm not with you, or at least I be. How's that one going? Thessalonians. Or is it Thessalonians where it says? Oh no, right here, Colossians 2:5. For though I be absent in the flesh, yet am I with you in the spirit. Join and beholding your order, and in the steadfastness of your faith in Christ.
If that order ain't being established the way it needs to be, there's gonna be problems. Right? Not every camp is all happy, lolly-dolly, and all this other stuff. But like Paul said, he said, shall I come to you with meekness and love, or with the rod, And that's how it is. That's what Yahweh Shai looks for in certain men, that they know how to go from gentle to being forward, to rebuke. And if it happens to me, I have to take that rebuke, and I don't mind rebuking somebody either. And that's what Yahweh Shai looks for, not just a gentle, soft-spoken man. He wants a man that's knows when to and how to, through experience, make known what's going on to that individual person. And if you don't get it right, there's gonna be certain things are gonna have to be adjusted. So, you got any more? You got anything else you want to say? We're gonna leave it like that. I want to give all praise and glory and honor to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, double honors to the elders, the great millstone, the apostles. Much respect and honor to you brothers out there doing the work in sincerity and truth. We're almost out of here, man. Everything's going down. The stock market. I heard Apple pulled out like 57 point something million dollars or billion dollars. So, there's things happening, man. So, be prepared, man, and stay circumspect and lift up your head, because Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, he's here, man. He's been here. He's just about to he's about to open up the gates of hell here, man. So make sure even me, all of us, we gotta stay circumspect and to examine ourselves, because the day is short, man. We're right around the corner. But I want to leave it like that. Death to America, death to you 2/3 Negro, Latino, Native American Indians, you Edomites, the so-called white man, death to you. You're about to be rooted out. All right, and you're going to be put under Israel's feet, the elect of Israel, the Negro Latinos, the people that you despise and hate. You're going to be under their foot. All right, but until then, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, Barakatan, Shalom, Akim, Shalom.